Hi, this is Alex from devstories.eu. Databricks, episode 12 of 15. What if your sales director could just text your data warehouse to get instant business insights without ever having to submit a ticket to the data team? Ad hoc data requests constantly interrupt engineering workflows, and business users hate waiting days for a simple query. The solution to this bottleneck is a Databricks feature called Genie Spaces, which is part of their broader AI/BI offering. AI/BI is a business intelligence product built on a compound AI system. It is designed to understand the specific semantics of your data. Genie Spaces serve as the conversational interface for this system. A Genie Space looks and feels like a standard chat application, but it is wired directly into your data warehouse. Business users type questions in plain English, and Genie responds with actual data, visualizations, and answers. When people hear about AI querying data, they immediately worry about hallucinations. They assume the model will guess column names, invent metrics, or confidently return wrong answers. Genie prevents this by relying entirely on the governed metadata stored in your Unity catalog. It is not sending a blind prompt to a generic language model. The AI is grounded in your actual schema, your data types, your foreign key relationships, and the predefined metrics your team has established. To make this work, an analyst first creates and configures the Genie Space. They select the relevant datasets from Unity Catalog and provide a set of instructions. They can add sample queries, define specific business terminology, and clarify ambiguous terms. For example, they can tell the system that when a user says active customer, it specifically means a customer who has purchased within the last 90 days. This initial setup scopes the AI to a well-defined domain. When a question is asked, the system orchestrates multiple steps. It reads the natural language prompt and checks the provided context. It matches the user's intent to the exact tables and columns in the catalog. It then generates a precise SQL query, runs that query against the Databricks SQL compute engine, and formats the results. Consider a non-technical sales manager using a prepared Genie Space. They type, "Show me sales in Europe by product for last quarter." The system parses the request based on its training. It recognizes Europe as a region dimension, locates the product tables, and translates last quarter into a precise date filter. Within seconds, the AI generates the SQL, executes it, and returns an interactive chart showing the breakdown. If the manager then replies, "Now exclude Germany," Genie modifies the underlying query and updates the chart instantly, maintaining the conversational context. This workflow fundamentally changes how ad hoc requests are handled. Data engineers and analysts spend a massive portion of their week writing one-off SQL queries for stakeholders. Shifting this exploration to Genie Spaces gives business stakeholders immediate answers while freeing up engineering time for complex tasks. Furthermore, the entire process remains completely governed. Genie strictly respects all row and column level access controls defined in Unity Catalog. If the user asking the question does not have permission to see sensitive financial data, the AI will simply not query it. Here is the key insight. The effectiveness of conversational data exploration is determined by the quality of your underlying data model and metadata, not just the intelligence of the language model. That is all for this one. Thanks for listening, and keep building.